And aren't we mums very, very, very happy for a little bit of unsolicited advice from our parents or our grandparents? No. How do we keep those little bits of niggly advice from taking over and making it very difficult for us? How do we keep all the generations happy in the family? Joining us today, GP Dr. Ginny Mansberg, author and columnist Kerry Sackville, editor of Kidspot.com.au Alex Brooks, and blogger Mrs. Woog of woogsworld.com. I'd like to go to you, Kerry. How do you politely and firmly tell your parents perhaps of their advice? Could you just stay where it is? Thanks very much.
You know what, I am seriously so grateful for the help that my parents give me. And that's not to say that we don't have disagreements on occasion, but I do try to be very polite and listen to my mother when she says, when I'm looking after the kids, if I want to give them, you know, sugar in the morning and sugar in the afternoon and chips for lunch, then I can do it because I'm the grandparent. And I feel if I'm sending them there and getting their babysitting help, then I've got to suck it up.
You kind of do. I mean, where do you get grandparents that look after the kids all the time? Aren't they usually so busy they can't afford to retire these days? They're just not offering the help they once did, in my view.
Yeah, what you need to do is just make sure you don't have too many competing cousins.
That's, yes.
I have two sons and they're the only kids on the Woog side of the family.
Yeah.
So that has worked really well for my in-laws who are fantastic, and there is grandparents' rules that are set up, and that works fine with me. I'm with you, Kerry. I'm grateful if I can get a break from them. But as far as unwanted advice is, just nodding and smiling. It's just so easy.
Well, as I said, I mean, we have a place on our site where women get on board just to vent about their mother-in-law or even their own mother, and they just need a place to have a rant and know that they're being listened. You know, it's frustrating, it's challenging, but it's no point in bitching to your husband about it.
But I don't think people do it to be mean.
Well, I think you might be presenting a bit of a rosy picture. I'm sure, Ginny, that you see a lot of women in their practice. This is out of control sometimes.
And a source of huge stress to a lot of mums. I think we do genuinely want some advice. It's just the way that it's given. And if it's given in front of the kids in a way that contradicts our parenting, that undermines us and that makes us really, really cranky. And sometimes if it's coming from the mother-in-law, particularly like erratic, if it's coming from your mum, just makes you feel really down on yourself. So I think if the way to probably handle that is to say, love the advice, thanks so much, but can we talk about it later away from the kids?
Yeah. Or you could always move to Venezuela. There's a bit of advice for how to handle...
How did you pick Venezuela?
I was going to say, I don't know, I was thinking Brazil.
Mr. Chavez would be happy.
I was thinking Tahiti's nice at this time of year. Thanks for joining us.